Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the San Diego Padres.
Fly ball, deep left field off the bat of Fernando Tatis Jr. That is gone! Pinch hit home run puts the Padres on top 2-1. Welcome to the game, Fernando. Fernando Tatis Jr. comes up large in a pinch hitting role as the Padres win in 10, and they sweep the Giants. The Padres are so glad to be back home in San Diego and Petco Park, where tonight it's game 1 of 3 between the Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. Fernando Tatis Jr. back in right field, back in the starting lineup as we check out the NL wildcard standings. The Padres and Diamondbacks holding the 2 top spots. Jose Altuve back at second base for the Astros. Having a great year. He's 4th in Major League Baseball in hits with 177. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Tony Gwynn Jr. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. Padres fresh off a sweep of the Giants. They got some timely hitting, but really it was about the starting pitching.
They got great starting pitching out at Oracle Park. The 3 starters that went, Joe Musgrove, Dylan Cease, Martin Perez, combined to give up 1 run in those 3 starts. And the bullpen behind it was excellent. But you can't win a series the way the Padres won it without this kind of starting pitching. And now they follow up with Mr. Darvish.
Yu Darvish goes tonight, and he is getting stronger.
He is 3rd start back since returning from the IL. This start in particular was really good. He gave up the 2 homers early on sliders. He realized that pitch wasn't working for him, so he went away from it. And from that point on, you saw the dominant Yu Darvish that we become accustomed to seeing, and you can only hope he gets stronger as he gets more starts under his belt.
Tough task here for the Padres, taking on a very good Houston Astros team. They didn't start that way, though. They struggled early. Then about mid-June, they turned it around, and they're taking off at the AL West.
Yeah, Don, there was a lot of grumbling out in Houston when this team got off to the slow start. The Mariners seemed to be rolling. But as you see, June 18th, it kind of started to change from that point. Now you look at the standings, they're at the top once again, and they're the team to beat right now in the American League West.
And you got Yordan Alvarez leading them offensively.
Yeah, and this guy is one of the most prolific offensive players we have in all of baseball. He was really the one that kept them afloat early, and you can see the numbers since August 1st. He's at the top of the list of most of the major categories. 4th straight season with 30 or more homers. This is a guy that the Padres probably highlight that they do not want to beat them in this series.
Coming up, a duo that continues to deliver. The Padres have added some quality character players to their roster. Both Donovan Solano and David Peralta have been outstanding. Mayor Luz Cook will explain next. Padres Baseball is presented by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By your San Diego County Toyota dealers, a proud partner of the Padres. And by UC San Diego Health, the official healthcare provider of the San Diego Padres. Before we get it started, let's send it down to Mayor Luz Cook.
Well, Donovan Solano and David Peralta were both key contributors in the extra inning victory in San Francisco yesterday. Each of them drove in a run in the 10th inning. Now, they've been such a big part of the Padres' success this season, it's hard to remember that they didn't join the roster until May. And their impressive numbers that you see there on the field and their valuable presence in the clubhouse has not gone unnoticed by teammates, especially by Joe Musgrove.
But they're like the 2 fathers of the clubhouse, you know, like I watch how they interact with our other Latin guys, and they're the center of every conversation. And Donald's got the nickname teacher, partially because of his looks of the substitute teacher, but he is like, he's like another coach, another set of hands that's, got a really good feel for his swing, his approach, drills and whatnot. So I think they bring a whole lot to the table. DP is obviously the huge energy piece for us, kind of sets a tone every day in the dugout, but he's the same guy in the clubhouse, on the road trips, on the plane, just really high energy guys that are also really quality ball players.
Padres bats will look to stay hot as the final homestand begins. 3-game set between the hottest teams in baseball about to get underway. First pitch is coming up next.
created home field advantage like no other.
In the air to deep left field. That ball is back, and it's headed into a sea of San Diegans. Manny Machado walks it off.
All season long, San Diego has witnessed magical moments that have sent the faithful into a frenzy.
On the ground in left field, base hit. Fernando's back, and he's back big. Padres walk it off. Nando gets it done.
The final homestand begins tonight as the Houston Astros visit San Diego with the AL West title in their sights.
Yiner hits one high. Ball game over.
Now more than ever, the Padres will need the energy at Petco Park to fuel them to the finish line.
Line to right center field on the run is Merrill. Dives and makes the catch out of the ball game. And Merrill says no.
Padres and Astros, the push to the playoff continues. Next.
Oh, that was good stuff. I know that guy. That was awesome. Doing voiceovers now, huh?
You know, I'm trying to get like you, Big Don.
Wow, that's awesome. Tony Gwynn Jr. with us tonight as we get ready for this three-game series against the Houston Astros. A good test against a very good Astros team. And getting ready to take the field is Yu Darvish as he is waiting for the video to end right now up on the scoreboard that the fans are very much enjoying. Yu is always ready to go.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a great cutting the teeth kind of matchup between these two teams that are likely headed to the playoffs, and great way to test yourself.
They are good and have been good, as we highlighted moments ago, since June. And since then, they have just taken over the AL West as first responders on the field tonight as part of a special pregame ceremony held before the ball game tonight, which always great to see, and getting a chance to meet a lot of the players and get autographs here. That's a look of a military Sunday a little bit here, but on a Monday instead, as the Padres return home after a highly successful road trip to Seattle and to San Francisco. But they are back home now and ready to take on the Astros and White Sox in the last regular season homestand. As we get ready to check out the Astros starting nine tonight, it's brought to you by Appliance Alley. Well, for manager Joe Espada, it is Altuve on top with Yordan Alvarez, the DH, batting second. Yiner Diaz at first base with Kyle Tucker in right. Alex Bregman is at third base. Former Padre Victor Caratini does the catching. Jeremy Pena, the shortstop, with Jason Hayward in left, and Mauricio Dubon in center field rounds out the starting nine for the Houston Astros. On the mound for the Padres tonight is Yu Darvish.
Darvish making his third start off the IL. Each of the first two starts have gotten a little bit better. And that last start against Seattle, realized the slider wasn't working well, went away from it, and we got a chance to see the dominant Yu Darvish we've become accustomed to seeing.
Let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud.
You see the percentages. Usually the slider is at the top of this list. You see it fell all the way towards the bottom, and with that came more success for Yu Darvish. So it'll be interesting to see in his third start, does he have the feel for the slider back? Will he feature it a little bit more against this Houston Astro lineup?
Let's take a look at the Padres defense, presented by Valley View Casino. Left to right in the outfield, Profar, Merrill, and Tatis. Third to first, Machado, Bogarts, Cronenworth, and Solano, with Higashioka doing the catching for Darvish. So here we go. Game one of a three-game series between the Padres and the Astros. And Jose Altuve, healthy and back in the lineup for the Astros, standing in on the right side as Yu Darvish gets ready for the first pitch of tonight's festivities. Swinging a foul for strike one, and we're underway.
I almost knew that was coming with Altuve being a first pitch ambusher. Yu Darvish ready for it, gets ahead with the breaking ball with the first pitch of the game.
Yeah, this Astros team as a whole, they're very aggressive. Swinging at that first pitch most times, and a bunt bid, popped up foul over by the Astros dugout, not a play. So really, these have been the best two teams in baseball over the last 3 months. Since June 19th, Padres have gone 48-25. The Astros have gone 48-28. Top two records across the majors going head to head tonight. And what should be a great series from Petco Park in San Diego. The 0-2 will miss for ball one. One of the better two-strike hitters as well, joining Luis Arraez, as Jose Ramirez at the top of that list with 82. 1-2 pitch on the ground, foul outside of third. Could this be a World Series preview?
Certainly could be. These two teams have risen to the top as the season has gone along. It didn't start that way for both teams, especially the Astros. There was a lot of grumbling that this may be the year that somebody else could win the American League West.
Fouled off to the right, out of play. They started the year virtually with no starting pitchers in their rotation. I mean, they were decimated by injuries to begin the year, and have really turned things around since the middle of June, as we mentioned. Best record since April 27th. Houston started 7-19. This one grounded foul.
And you're missing the type of pitching that they were missing. And the offense gets off to a slow start. You could have a relatively slow start to your season. 7-19 to start, but you see what they've done since April 27th. Best in baseball.
Well, Altuve has had 33 at bats against Darvish, hitting at .212 against him. Pretty good sample size. 7 for 33, and the pitch will miss for ball two. 2-2. Here's the sequence so far. Pitch 8 coming up. That is going to miss. Brando Nora steps back after balls, and he almost looks like he's going to ring up people with that move.
That looked like a pump fake to me.
Yeah. So
like he was ready to fire him down.
It could have been too, but it's like he's going to ring him up, but he doesn't. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball headed to left center field. Over is Jackson Merrill, and back for out number one. Darvish wins the battle. So one down. It brings up Yordan Alvarez, the DH. And it's time now for Stats with Lowe's. Alvarez on top, highest OPS on the road this year, 1100. You know, the thing about it that surprises me is where he plays. You would think his OPS would be the highest at home.
Yeah, he plays in the adult version of Williamsport.
Takes a look at ball one downstairs.
But we saw that from really not just Yordan, but their whole team last year struggled at home in terms of hitting. Some say it has to do with the background. A lot of players on the national team certainly were speaking up about that.
1-0 pitch is fouled back to the backstop. Don't get a sample size here. Last 36 games for Alvarez. He's got 47 hits. Here's where they have gone.
You see, this is why he's so prolific. All of those hits are literally spread around the entire field. He uses the whole field, which is unusual for a guy who could put the ball over the fence.
His OPS at home is only .804 as he hits a 3-hopper out to Cronenworth for out number 2. When Padres pitchers K9, your entire pet lineup wins. Petco Vital Care members can visit participating Petco locations the next day to score 25% off your total purchase. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. 2 down in the first for Yainer Diaz, the first baseman. No, first baseman tonight anyway. Darvish won 7-3 in Seattle. Last outing on Tuesday, allowed 2 runs in 5 innings. Limited to just 63 pitches in his second start since coming off his 3-month absence. And the Padres trying to build him up outing by outing. Driven to left center field. On the move is Profar coming in to make the catch that ends the inning. A 1-2-3 first for Yu Darvish. Padres are coming up. There's no score in the top of the first inning. Padres coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Padres starting nine. Luis Arraez, top of the order, with Tatis in right, Profar in left, Machado at third, Merrill in center, Bogarts at short, Cronenworth at second, Solano at first, and Higashioka does the catching. Spencer Arrighetti on the mound tonight for the Astros.
Very talented pitcher in this Astro rotation. You see the numbers: 27 starts, 7 and 12 on the year, 4.72, but he's gotten better here as of late.
He did not get a decision in his last start on Tuesday against the A's. 2 runs in 6 2/3, 7 strikeouts. Eventual 4-3 Houston defeat in extra innings. Last strikeout for Luis, August 10th. Been a while.
It's been a little bit.
Yep. Since that, 491 MLB players have struck out. Swung and a miss here, 1-2.
And this is where the at-bat really begins for Luis Arraez. More than a few pitchers have gotten him to swing and miss prior to 2 strikes, but none have gotten him to swing after 2 strikes.
Arrighetti has been striking people out. 39% of his strikeouts this season have come in his last 8 starts, and misses up top, trying to get him to chase something upstairs. We're seeing fastball upstairs, 2-2.
It's that kind of low arm angle that gives that fastball kind of a rising appearance to the hitter. You see Arraez kind of flinch at it. That's not a pitch he normally is jumpy at, but the count moves to 2-2.
Curveball.
Yeah, there you have it. It got him to swing at the 1-1 pitch. This time, a little more disciplined. Luis Arraez takes it. Count moves to 3-2.
On the ground to first base. Diaz will take it himself to the bag. Tags it for out number 1. Time for the Sequan Casino Resort scouting report.
For the Padres, get on his fastball. Opponent's hitting about 408 against the fastball this year, and 308 against the fastball this year. And also get on the first pitch. He's in the zone, something that the Padres can take advantage of.
1 down in the first for Fernando. With the pinch hit home run yesterday, part of the sweep of the San Francisco Giants. Came off the bench over that big solo shot, and Padres very happy to get that timely hitting. Ended up winning in extra innings as the 10-inning affair wrapped up the 3-game series and the sweep. He's got an RBI in 5 straight games, and in the last 5 games going 8 for 20 at 400. 4 home runs in the last 5 games. On the ground to short. Pena coming in on the run and in plenty of time to get Fernando 2 away. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run with a purchase of a large drink. We are definitely into September, mid-September now, because this game has started and it's already getting dark. It's weird.
A little bit cooler temperatures than the last time we were at home, that's for sure. Starting to turn into the fall. Lovely time here in San Diego.
Jurickson Profar with 2 away in the first inning. Will take a strike on the outside edge. You didn't think so. Waves at that pitch. Arrighetti with a changeup. Had him off balance, down 0-2.
First one he's thrown in this ball game has been the fastball and the curveball to this point. He's shown a cutter. Good changeup there to move ahead 0-2.
Line foul down the left field line, out of play. Well, for Arrighetti, since August 4th, he's really been quite good. 39 2/3, 2.72 ERA. The whip just over 1. Holding opponents to 212 average and strikeouts per 9, 12.25. 0-2 is going to miss down and away.
That's how you would draw it up if you're the ball club. You get a young pitcher trying to find his way at the big league level. You get to the month of August, and you would love for him to start getting better as the season goes along, and that's what they've got with Arrighetti.
Lowest ground ball rate on the Astros staff, 35.8%. And the first two have been ground out, so Rise and Tatis. Line through the right side into right center field. A base hit for Profar. Thinking two, headed there. So's the throw, but it'll be late. A double for Jurickson Profar.
It's a fine at bat by Jurickson. Fell behind early in that at bat. Got a breaking ball he can handle. He left it up. Just a beautiful stroke. Hard ground ball, splits the alley. 2-out double for Prof.
So 2 down. Profar at second base. Here's Manny Machado. And he got fooled on that pitch. Curveball. And kind of a late reaction. 275, 26 homers, 98 runs batted in. And back at third base defensively for the Padres. Did he go? No, he did not. They check with Brennan Miller, first base umpire.
It's no coincidence the calendar changed to September, and the big dogs, Toddy, Machado, Arise. There's a long list in this lineup that have all started to pick up the pace offensively.
2-0 in there for a strike at the knees. Curveball. Arrighetti taking a little stroll in behind the hill. Profar gets his walking lead off second with 2 down here in the first inning. And he carves it foul. 2-2. Third in the majors in RBI since the All-Star break with 46.
I mean, the climb to get to 98 has been quick for Manny Machado. 2 away from the century mark.
Line to left, and that's a base hit from Machado. From second comes Profar. 2 second goes Machado with an RBI double. Padres strike first on top 1-0.
Number 99 for Manny Machado. And it's been the breaking ball both times that have come back to Arrighetti. This one he leaves up, and he's lucky this one didn't end up over the fence. Instead, a double down the left field line. Padres get on the board here early, 1-0 on Manny Machado's double.
Manny now 16 for his last 31 with runners in scoring position. As Jackson Merrill, who's moved on up the order last few games and batting in the 5 spot, sends one foul off to the left. 145 games for the rookie at 288, 23 homers, 85 runs batted in. Foul back, 0-2. Astros have a 4.5 game lead atop the division with 13 games remaining on the schedule. Pitch elevated way up at 95 miles an hour. This is start number 5 for Merrill in the 5 spot in the order. Since moving up in the order, he is 6 for 16 with a home run.
Pretty much the same thing he's done everywhere in the lineup.
A little surprised the year went on that he didn't move up, but you don't want to, mess up something that isn't broken.
No.
And certainly doing very well down there towards the bottom of the order.
I think there hadn't been a need. The kind of guys you have in this lineup, you don't have to move Jackson up there to kind of shoulder that load.
2-2, bloop to right center field. Dubon will get there, makes the catch, Bill of the cap high to end the inning. But the Padres strike first. Manny Machado collects his 99th RBI of the year. Drives in Jurickson Profar. Gives the Padres a 1-0 lead after one from San Diego. Moment of silence held here tonight at Petco Park. Last month, the San Diego Police Department lost a dedicated member of the force. Officer Austin Machatar was tragically killed during a high-speed pursuit incident. As a second-generation law enforcement, following the footsteps of his father, a retired sheriff's deputy. Before that, he was a standout baseball player at Otay Ranch High School. Officer Machatar was 30 years old. Our thoughts with him and his family. As tonight we play game one of this 3-game series from Petco Park. And it is Kyle Tucker who leads it off here for the Astros. Tucker, Bregman, and Caratini. Fly ball headed to center field. Merrill coming in. Kind of a tough sky, twilight. But he makes the catch. First down of the second inning. Four in a row retired by Darvish to start his night. Take a look at that sky. It'll be completely dark in about 10 minutes.
And that's when, as an outfielder, you can't wait for it to get to that point. This is not an easy sky to deal with.
There's Alex Bregman. Check swing foul. Back to the screen. Here's a look at our wire cam presented by Defy. The second and third innings for Darvish has been a problem so far this year. 5.61 ERA in the second and third. All other innings 2.06. Striking out Bregman. First K of the night for you, Darvish. 2 down.
Using the sweeper. Perfectly executed. He presented that pitch well. It looked like it was going to be a strike out of the hand. And a left turn and head straight towards the dirt for the punchy.
So 2 down. Former Padres catcher Victor Caratini standing in. .277 with 6 homers and 23 runs batted in with the Astros. And you may remember he came over with you, Darvish, from the Cubs. They were a package deal, and he was used exclusive catcher, which is not so much of an issue now. That was predating PitchCom, where you could call his own pitches. He had really worked well with Caratini, so they came over together.
It's a good, solid catcher in this league. Had a good season with the Padres that year. Doing kind of the similar role here with the Astros and having another good season.
2-0 pitch to Caratini. And that'll miss. 3-0. So was with the Cubs for 4 years. Came here to San Diego. Played in 116 games with the Padres in 2021. And off to Milwaukee for 2 years, and this is year 1 as a member of the Houston Astros. 3-0 pitch taking all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So the 2-out base on balls. First base runner tonight for the Astros is Caratini. Well, the final bobblehead of the season is here. Get your tickets for Wednesday, September 18th, as the Padres host the Astros. 3:40 p.m. First 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a Tatis Jr. bobblehead presented by Canals, highlighting his platinum glove. Learn more at Padres.com/giveaways. And we happen to have one here in the booth as Pena fouls one off to the right out of play. What's your favorite part of this one? I've already said what I think.
The platinum glove is where it's at.
We agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same page there. I also like that. I remember this play specifically on a Military Sunday. Obviously, they were in the camo unis, but he timed his leap at the wall in right field and made a spectacular catch, and they have captured that in this bobblehead. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet. The Oakleys or the glasses, I should say, the dreads. They got it all.
Yeah, they nailed it with this one. I think it's really good. This one is slowly dribbled down the third baseline. Darvish, no panic, fires and gets him. Nice play and a good stretch by Donovan Solano as well. We'll see here if they're going to challenge this play. They are not. So that will end the inning. Yu Darvish heading towards the line, gets rid of it. Gets him. The Padres on top of the Astros, and the Astros getting better at the trade deadline. They needed to. They needed to get some help, and they did that with Yusei Kikuchi coming over. As with the Blue Jays, not so great, 4-9 with a 4.75, but it's been a totally different story with Houston, and 5-0 is not lost yet, a 3.19 ERA. So a great deal for them. They needed him, especially with Verlander kind of struggling lately.
There's no doubt. Been able to kind of come over here to this strong Astro organization. They took a look at him and maybe subtracted a few things, took away some of the off speed he was using. He's predominantly just a two-pitch pitcher now. Fastball, slider, occasional change. He's got great success with it.
You think it is a venue change, just a different place, or is it a different set of eyes and coaches getting their hands on a different pitcher?
I think for the pitchers, a lot of times now, especially with the analytics, it is different eyes and different ideas. And if we're being honest, the Astros got a nice track record of guys coming over and having success. So you know what that does when a new guy comes in? Instant buy-in. So whatever you're offering, he's willing to try. And for Kikuchi, it's been great.
We've seen that over the last few years with Ruben Niebla.
Exactly. You know, they can, at least in Kikuchi's, from his standpoint, just throwing a curveball in Toronto. They kind of shelved that. Showed him how much success he was having with the slider. He's using his fastball at the top of the zone now, and all of a sudden pitching with great confidence and great success.
Doesn't hurt to hang around with that guy either, Justin Verlander.
No.
Pick his brain.
I mean, he can attest to the type of change that can happen when you get to this organization.
Bogart's grounding one foul outside of third.
Remember when Verlander first came over, he was out. For him, he was struggling. I mean, for most of the people in the league, they would have taken it, but he came over here and really had a second life and has been tremendous ever since he put on that Astro uniform.
Ground ball foul outside of third. Bogart's in his career a .551 slugging, a .913 OPS, third highest marks against any opponent against these Houston Astros. And he was part of a Red Sox team that went through Houston in the American League Championship Series to eventually win a World Series against the Dodgers in 2018. 1-2, foul back to the screen. Eighth pitch coming in this plate appearance. Line to right center field, a base hit for Xander Bogaerts. Opens up the second inning.
Cutter up in the zone. Xander just kind of stays inside this baseball. It's a fastball up and in. See him work the hands to the inside of that ball. Good path. Shoots it in the center field for a leadoff knock. This Padres lineup is deep and long.
50th start behind the plate this year for Caratini, and he is out there talking to Arrighetti. Jake Cronenworth coming up. Yeah, when you got Cronenworth hitting 7th now in the order, it really is long.
That was the idea. You know, I think the additions of guys like Solano and Peralta have certainly helped lengthen that lineup out.
Ground ball foul, ripping that one out ahead. Bogarts at first, nobody out here in the Padres' second inning. Dodgers had beaten the Braves tonight. They blanked them 9-0. Wraps up their 4-game series. Swing and a miss for Cronenworth. The changeup that time from Arrighetti. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks have a 2-1 lead over the Rockies. They're in the 6th inning at Coors Field. Something tells me there's going to be more runs scored in that game.
You think?
Yeah, probably. Coors Field has a way of doing that.
It's a funny little park there they have.
Yes, it is. Crank foul off to the left, out of play. Which may safely in 28 of the last 33 games. Jake Cronenworth. Swing and a miss, and Cronenworth strikes out. Back-to-back changeups. First strikeout of the night for Arrighetti. First down of the inning.
Showed one to Jake in, got the swing and miss. This one starts over the middle plate, has it fade. Perfect pitch to Jake. Just a change of speeds does the job as it gets Jake swinging.
1 on, 1 out. Donovan Solano. That's out of the 8th spot. First baseman for the Padres. Been playing in the corners pretty much for the Padres lately. Starts at third base, starts at first base, but with Bogarts moving to shortstop, it's kind of opened things up here for him to get in the lineup on a regular basis, and that's been a good thing for the Padres.
It has, because he's been a good thing for the Padres. Able to play both corner positions, and you know what he can do with the bat.
Fly ball, right field, as Tucker will make the catch for out number 2. No advance for Bogarts, still at first base, but now with 2 down in the inning. The 25th annual Shirts Off Their Backs fundraiser presented by Suquan Casino Resort is live. Fans can bid on the Padres autographed game-used marine desert camouflage jerseys until September 22nd. All net proceeds benefit the Padres Foundation. Bid now at padres.com/shirts. Bogarts at first with 2 down in the second. Kyle Higashioka batting out of the 9th spot. Runner goes in Bogarts, and a little hit and run here, but Higashioka fouls it off to the right, out of play. So Bogarts back to first.
Bogey with 11 bags on the year. Only been caught stealing once. Picks his spots, as a lot of the Padres that do run. They pick their spots and they go. That includes Manny, who's close to 10 bags this year. Probably one of the qualities of this offense we don't talk about enough is their ability to run the bases as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a fast runner. I mean, you just got to be a smart base runner.
That's right.
One is fouled off to the right, out of play.
Pick your spots. So these pitchers, they know your tendencies, and for a lot of the guys who do run, they don't have a high volume of bags. So, you know, I think pitchers naturally kind of lock in on the hitter, and we've seen many different Padres take advantage of that.
Bogarts goes again. Pitch in the dirt. It's Caratini up and firing, and they won't be in time. He gets away. Off the glove of Altuve covering. And Bogarts slid past the bag a little bit, but not a problem because Altuve couldn't catch it. Stolen base for Xander Bogarts.
Bag number 12 for Xander.
105th career stolen base. Only caught 20 times.
That qualifies as a smart base runner. Good jump there. Puts himself in scoring position.
In the dirt, picked on the backhand by Caratini. Full count with 2 down. Top of the order. Luis Arraez waits on deck. Ball 4, and he walks the number 9 man. First walk allowed by Arrighetti. Now Luis Arraez riding a 13-game hitting streak in which he's had 26 hits during the 13-gamer. And a look at where these pitches have been.
They're too close to the zone for Luis Arraez, I can tell you that. Maybe with the exception of that one in the dirt there, but his ability to put barrel to ball is elite.
Yeah, his plate coverage is amazing. Most consecutive plate appearances without a strikeout. I see your dad a lot on this list.
He's on there a little bit.
Seems to be a recurring theme. Let's see. Gwen.
He was also known not to punch out very much.
I assume he had the ability to foul pitches off at will.
He did, but he didn't go out of the zone as much as Luis does. I think what Luis does in terms of how successful he is outside the zone is really one of a kind. There aren't very many, if any, like him.
In there for a strike to make it 2-1. I compare him more to what I saw with Ichiro. In that kind of coverage where Ichiro would be stuff way off the plate. And I was amazed by how he would get to that and somehow turn it into hits.
Yeah, good bad ball hitter.
Yes, swing and a miss makes you 2-2. The other thing about Ichiro, I've talked about it many times before, I always had the illusion that he was on the move, like he was going out of the box while he was swinging. But if you actually look at it, his hands were back and everything was fine.
And that is what makes guys like Ichiro, Arraez, they use their hands. They're not using their lower half as much. They can, and when they do, you can see a ball like Arraez hit the triples alley the other day. But generally, especially when they get to 2 strikes, they're going to use their hands, and that gives them the best ability, the best chance. That you see Arraez go out of the zone here, just kind of foul that one off, just buying himself another pitch.
Center fielder Dubon over towards left center, gap in right center, and a 2-2 in the dirt. And a full count now.
And when you think about hitting, I mean, in order to maximize everything you have, it's lower half and hands together.
Fernando waits on deck, already 52 pitches for Arrighetti. If nothing else, they're driving up that pitch count. That's an inning in 2/3. Runners off and a foul ball. We'll do it again, 3-2.
That's what this Padre lineup can do to you. We talk about how deep it is, and yes, it's deep in terms of the type of hitters they have and how many runs they can put up, but a lot of times they drag these pitchers out to the deep end with their pitch counts and force them to have to keep making pitches.
8th pitch of this plate appearance coming up. Fouled off another. Getting the workout right now are Bogarts and Higashioka. Of course, it's time to party. Full count, 2 outs. And 2 on. Everybody on the move.
Last 2 pitches from Arrighetti on the black. 1 up, 1 down, both foul balls.
Swing and a miss. Oh, Arraez struck out. That does not happen often. It ends the streak for Arraez. The second strikeout for Arrighetti. Fooled him on the curveball. 1-0 Padres. Dodgers back at it again against the Atlanta Braves in this 4-game wraparound series, and Freddie Freeman back in his old home hits a 3-run home run in the 7th inning. The Dodgers blank the Braves 9-0 as Freddie Freeman connecting on his 22nd of the year. And a look at the wild card situation now. The Padres are a full 4 games better than the Atlanta Braves at this stage right now. That Braves lost tonight. The Diamondbacks are currently winning, and the Mets did win as they down the Nationals 2-1. There's a pitch in there for a strike to Jason Hayward. Hayward leading it off here in the top of the 3rd inning. 77 games at 216. started this year as an LA Dodger. In fact, played 63 games with the Dodgers. Hit at just 208. Picked up by the Astros and has now played 15 games with Houston.
And when you're a good vet, good teams want you in their clubhouse. And that's Jay Hay here for the Astros.
Been in the big league since 2010, and one hopper picked by Solano over his Darvish for the out. Solano picking it at third base, we saw, and now over at first base.
They're showing off the glove work at first base this time. Little short hop. Kind of a top spin line drive, able to get the flip to Darvish, who's there in time. Route number one.
One out here in the third. Mauricio Dubon, the former San Francisco Giant, standing in on the right side. So Ariza's plate appearance without a strikeout ends at 141 plate appearances. Most plate appearances without a strikeout since Juan Pierre on 147 plate appearances August 15th through September 20th of 2004. Fly ball short left out is Bogarts on the short lawn and left to make the catch for out number 2.
Relatively quick outs for Darv. 5 pitches so far.
You can bet he's still thinking about that strikeout.
Oh, you know he is. You know he is. It's been a long time since he had to take that kind of walk back to the dugout.
I don't think he likes it. Yeah.
Pretty sure he does.
I don't think he cares for it. Altuve taking it the other way for a base hit. First hit of the night for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
What do you know? Jose Altuve ambushing first pitch. The sweeper. And on that front leg, stick the landing. Lines it in the right field for a 2-out knock.
2 down. Altuve at first and Yordan Alvarez. This is the toughest part of the order, no doubt. There's top 2. There goes Altuve. Takes off for second base. Throw will be late. Didn't even slide. Came in standing.
God, he had such a good jump that he didn't need to slide there.
Bogarts holding the tag on him, hoping he would come off the bat. And a stolen base for Altuve puts him in scoring position with 2 down, and 0-1 to Alvarez, hit in the air to shallow right center. Jackson Merrill, not a problem. Inning over. 2.5 done. It is 1-0 Padres. The third inning yesterday, Martin Perez on the mound for the Padres in the finale against the San Francisco Giants. Had it going on all day. Some good defense behind him as well, as we see Jay Cronenworth make a good play behind him, but some strikeouts and a very solid outing against a good San Francisco Giants lineup yesterday. Martin Perez kind enough to join us from the dugout. Martin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Well.
Good, nice.
We look at yesterday's outing, 5 innings, 1 run, just the 2 hits given up. You had to feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. I just gotta go out there and do my job and trying to get many outs quick as I can. But it was a really good game, and I think we win the game. That's awesome.
Well, you got David Peralta throwing sunflower seeds at your face while you try to do an interview, which is never easy.
I know, he's boring. Just go to the cage, man. Come on.
I was just saying, we just had him on after the game yesterday or the night before, I think.
Yeah.
And nobody bothered him. You know, I mean, that's not fair.
I was not in the game. That's why.
No. Altuve at second base will make the catch on Fernando for the first out of the inning. Congratulations on the Twins. We have pictures of them. We're going to put them up there, and that is tremendous. You were away on a paternity leave, but you are back now. It's got to be very special for you.
Oh, yeah. I think it was a bit blessed for me and my wife. I think family's growing up, so but I'm really happy to have my new 2 kids, and we just gotta continue to pitch because family's getting big, so we gotta support them.
Yeah, it's very important. You need to continue to pitch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But now we're really happy, and thanks God for those two babies, and I think they're gonna be a good humans,
That's what it's all about. Two beautiful babies there. Martin, what has changed for you since coming over to San Diego? I mean, you've thrown the ball so well and had a lot of success for this ball club. What's changed for you?
Everything. I think, especially, my mindset. I'm coming from Pittsburgh that I'm going to say thanks to the organization for giving me the opportunity to play for them. And they trained me to, a contender team. Then we're going to make to a playoff. And I think one of my jobs is just come here and trying to help the team win many games we can. And the good thing is, they give me a chance to pitch every 5 days. So that's a good, opportunity for me to come here and show up and compete. And I think I'm gonna say this, but I never been in a team like this one. Like our clubhouse is amazing, and the support the guys bringing to me is really good. So I feel good, and I got that support when I'm pitching. So that is special for me.
Talk about that a little bit, Martin. You came over relatively new, but I mean, from what I've seen, you fit in like you've been here all season long. Has that been a part of why it's been so easy to kind of assimilate into this ball club?
I think it's because I know a lot of guys on this team, and it was more easy for me to be part of the organization. And they made me, to feel special, and they made me be a part of the team from the first day, and that's why I feel great, and mentally I'm good, and hopefully we can go deep in the playoff and win the World Series, man.
1 run, last 14 innings has been so good. How much has Ruben Niebla helped you out?
A lot. He knows what he's doing. I mean, everything that he got for us as a pitcher is amazing. All the information, and I think the way that he trusts in us is really nice. Nice hit, and that's what you need. You need a coach to trust your staff, and he's trusting us, and when we go out there, we have a good idea of what we're gonna do with each hitter, and that put us in a different level when we go to the mound and compete.
Did he have any suggestions for you coming over that he had noticed about you before you even got here?
Yeah. He just told me that we gotta use more my pitch, especially my two-seamer, because that is a easy ground ball pitch. So we just to stay in the tag, and we gotta use more the breaking ball, and I think we've been doing a great job. But I gotta move the ball around the play, because I'm not throwing hard anymore. But with what I have, I think I can go out there and do my job and help the team to win.
Martin, you just kind of hit on it a little bit. I faced you when you were younger, throwing hot cheese a lot of the times. How difficult or how easy has it been, as you've lost velocity, to kind of learn how to really pitch in this league and still have success?
As you're getting experience, from all your years, and I think that's what I've been doing. I've been losing my velocity, but I still have the mentality, and I still have the location, and the good thing that I have to throw the pitch where I need to throw in, and I have to locate it where I want it. So I respect the guy who throw 100 miles per hour, and that's good when you have that velocity, but when you have a lot of miles in your arm, you gotta just work with your location and move the eyes, and I think I've been doing a great job, and hopefully God give me a chance to play for a couple more years.
Well, you talked a lot about the clubhouse and the relationships you have. It seems like this starting staff also is very close.
Yeah. I think when you play baseball, and it's going to be 6 months. The season is going to be for 6 months. You got to know your teammates, and on this time I know my teammates more, and we talk more about everything, not just baseball. And that's really important for me, because I want to know how my teammate feels when they've been around me. So and they've been supporting me, and they've been helping me, and that's a good good thing to have when you come on a new team.
Last one from me. How do you like pitching here at Petco Park?
I love it, man. I want to stay here. AJ, let's go.
A message for the general manager.
Yes, he knows. He knows.
Oh, he knows already. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, but it's nice. I mean, especially for the fans, and they've been supporting us for all year, and I think we gotta wake up and do something special for the fans and for the San Diego City.
Well, we're running out of season here. It's game 151 of the year, and got a couple weeks left before it gets going, but so excited to have you on the club, and we thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. Have a good night.
Continued success, my friend.
Thank you. Sir. Take care, guys.
Martin Perez, kind enough to join us from the Padres dugout. Nice outing yesterday for him as part of the sweep of the San Francisco Giants. And another, how do I put this, character player added to the roster. I mean, it's like every guy that has come onto this team this year has been of that character type veteran who gets it. And it just fits right in.
That's not an accident either. That is intentional by A.J. Preller and the staff. They want those kind of guys, and when you get to this time of year, that having those type of guys in your locker room is so important. They keep things in perspective. They keep things loose. I mean, really, all four of those guys right there were not here to begin the season.
No.
But are big impacts, are having big impacts in that locker room and on the field.
And they're hanging out together.
All the time.
Swing and a miss from Manny. Throw down to second base. It'll be a strike him out, throw him out, double play. So Manny strikes out, third K for Arrighetti. And then Profar is gunned down at second base to end the inning. Lengthy at bat for Manny, but in the end, Arrighetti strikes him out. Double play ends the inning. Through three, Padres have a 1-0 lead.
Scoreboard watching the Mets in Washington tonight. This would go late. Starling Marte would walk it off as the Mets beat the Nationals 2-1 in 10 innings for the Mets. They now have 12 games left, and 3 of those, by the way, happen to be against Atlanta. I know that Don and Tony were showing you the wild card standings a moment ago, and you could see how the Mets and the Braves are battling out things right now. They do have 3 more head-to-head, and that could decide that third wild card. I get it, a little bit of time left for both, but that tells you the importance of the remaining slate, Don.
It's exciting. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I love that they added the extra wild card. I love that it's now a 3-game series. I think that's cool too. I just like having more cities involved. I don't know how you feel about that.
I feel the same way. I think initially I thought I don't like to give a trophy to every participant league. Started to feel like the NHL. A little too hockey-ish. But to your point, there were too many cities who felt like they were done as far as cheering for their club by the All-Star break, and now they've got skin in the game late.
Yeah, and we've seen teams stay in it with making deals later than I think we would have if there weren't the extra teams in. And oh, by the way, the Rockies have tied that game at 2 apiece. So listen, if you're the Padres, you just got to handle your business, because at this point it doesn't look like you're getting any help anywhere.
Yeah, we've been talking about that now, Ralph, right, for a while, between Arizona playing well, the Mets playing well, as you take a look at that score, the Dodgers doing what they're doing, and the Dodgers schedule, and we know you still got to play them, but on paper they've got 3 against Miami and 6 against Colorado to finish the year. In addition to the 3, of course, they're going to play our Padres up there, but the path is a little bit, I know, Tony, you're looking right at me. You're like, you still got to play them.
You got to play them.
On paper, it's a little more, can I say favorable?
No doubt.
Is that fair?
They have the easiest schedule of the teams that are in it.
I'm glad you said
it is what it is. Hopefully the Rockies will decide to play the Dodgers like they play the Padres.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Well, that was a heck of a series, by the way, between the Dodgers and the Braves. That just wrapped up a 4-game set.
Yep. Wrap.
Yeah, it's like you didn't even play, though, isn't it, when you're 2-2 when you walk away?
The grounder to shortstop off the bat of Diaz, and that is out number 1. Xander Bogaerts throws out Diaz.
It'll be interesting to see what the Mets do with Lindor going to be out for the next 3 to 5 days dealing with the back. And that's the thing, while you're in this chase, you also want to stay healthy, you know, because you lose one piece, it could mean the difference in you getting into the dance or not.
How about the rash of injuries and how much it's coming into focus right now? As we were talking about with the Dodger game, even in the pregame show, we mentioned Tyler Glasnow, the latest, right, who's not going to be available. That hurts the game in my estimation when your stars aren't on the field. And you never think that the playoffs will end up being decided perhaps by a sea of relievers most fans have never heard of. But that could be the impact that they have.
And I mean, that's kind of, I mean, we're thinking about Glass now because it happened now, but there's a slew of pitchers that were out earlier in the year that would be factoring into this race right now.
And you got the last 6 games of the year for the Padres on the road in LA and in Arizona. That's going to be a lot of fun, the last 6 games.
And we've talked about it before. How fortunate are we as an organization that our club seems to play well away from Petco Park?
Yes.
Some of our guys with home and road splits that we've talked about are extraordinarily high in favor of the road for whatever reason, whether it's Luis Arraez, who happens to have a split that's about 70-80 points higher on the road. Hopefully that bodes well, and hopefully the Padres get a favorable decision even before that happens. But ideally, they're matched up as well as the schedule allows, I think.
Yeah, they're tied for the best road record in baseball with the Yankees. And so, yes, that bodes well when you finish the season on the road last 6 and against the type of opponents you're facing. That's a good thing for the Padres.
Why do you think it is some teams or some players just happen to play better away from their home park?
It's a great question. It's hard to really kind of pin it down. I think for a long time in this ballpark it was intimidating, but I don't think that's the case anymore. This ballpark is, you know, on pace to have more homers here than they've ever had in this ball yard. So I think for this year with this team, I don't really think it matters. Honestly, they play well here. They play better on the road.
Cronenworth slides to his right, throws out Tucker 2 down. Yeah, they're 45 and 30 on the road this year. And just came off a sweep of the San Francisco Giants in San Francisco, of course. And I think when you're thinking about the postseason, the fact that they play so well on the road is a really big deal.
It's a bonus.
Takes a little of the pressure off, would you say? Obviously, you want to host that wild card round if you get in. But if you don't, at least you have that in the back of your mind. Hey, we can do this away from Petco.
And some of these guys have already done it against the Mets 2 years ago.
That's right.
So,
and LA for that matter.
Yeah, it's been done. To third, and Manny Machado to first. 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. 1-0 Padres. Lead over the Astros. Alex Morgan here tonight at the ballpark. Congratulations to Alex, retiring from pro soccer after a 15-year career. Last game was last Sunday. 5th all-time leading scorer, U.S. women's national team, and just an incredible career. Congratulations to Alex.
No doubt. Congratulations to Alex on a long, stellar career, and it's so much more than just what she did on the soccer field.
High drive, deep center field. Jackson Merrill back at the wall. Gone! 24th home run of the year for Jackson Merrill. Padres take a 2-0 lead.
They keep trying to challenge this young man, and he keeps answering the bell. 24th homer of the year, 86th RBI. They want this pitch down. It ends up middle. And Action Jackson knew it right away.
Tied with Nate Colbert, his rookie season in Padres history. Hunter Renfroe on top of that list. Grounder to third. Bregman in with the bag, throws out Bogarts for the first out of the 4th inning. Padres fans just scored a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box with that home run by Jackson Merrill.
He's so special. Talk about a kid offensively that hasn't changed his swing at all. He hasn't fallen in love with the long ball, even though he's got 24 of them now. Same swing he had at the beginning of the season is the same swing he has now. He's just more confident in what he's seeing.
Jay Cronenworth with 1 out of the inning. It's the Astros, 355 in 8 games against Houston. A couple of home runs. Here's the thing for Arrighetti. This, 78 pitches through 3 1/3.
Yeah, no one's coming for him, though. That bullpen is quiet.
They've been making him work, though. Here's a ground ball softly hit right side. Altuve throws out Cronenworth for out number 2. Showing Victor how he did it.
Nothing better than coming back and after a swing like that, being able to nestle up to your hitting coach and tell him exactly how you executed the game plan.
2 down in the inning for Donovan Solano. The rookie record, 26 home runs back in 2017 for Hunter Renfroe. Getty falling behind 2-0, so went off the backside of the mound in the midst of a very brief meeting with himself. Has to be brief with the pitch clock these days. You can't have lengthy meetings with yourself.
Not with yourself.
No. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. It's taken away a lot of my smack because I ran it out there quite a bit in the past when a guy would go off the back and just kind of think about it and say he's in the midst of a meeting with himself. Well, now you have to engage with a hitter at 8 seconds, so the meeting's got to be canceled.
It's short.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch is grounded to third of the backhand. Bregman to first for the out that ends the inning, but a leadoff home run for Jackson Merrill, his 24th of the year, as the Padres on top 2-0 from San Diego. To the 5th we go. Padres have lead over the Astros. We head to the 5th. First ever Luis Suarez Padres bobblehead has arrived. Celebrate the 2-time batting champion on Tuesday, September 17th. Padres host the Astros. That's tomorrow. Must purchase a special theme game package in order to receive this special item. Learn more at Padres.com/theme games. Victor Caratini leading it off as Tony Gwynn Jr. will be showing you this great item. What I like about it is that he's getting a base hit. You can actually see it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be a hit for sure.
Hope so.
Yeah. It's going to be some top spin on it, though, I think. Heading out to wherever it's headed.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, but it's going to get through,
It's going to get through, though. It's got to get through.
Keep bouncing.
It's got the 2023 National League batting champion and Silver Slugger there.
It's awesome. And a City Connect uniform to go along with it as well. It's tomorrow. But you need a special theme game package.
Theme game.
Just can't get a regular ticket. You got to get the theme game package.
That's right.
Very important. Swing and a miss.
Don't come to the stadium thinking you're going to get one of these with a regular ticket.
No, not a theme game package.
Not a theme game.
Bouncing in well in front of the plate. There's Caratini staring out at Darvish. Again, he was Darvish's private catcher. Coming over a package deal from the Cubs to the Padres, you may remember. 2-2. To left field, struck pretty well. Profar going back to make the running catch. Runs out of the dirt of the track after reeling it in.
It's a great route by Jerickson. This ball traveled a lot further than it initially looked like it was going to go. Great route. Secures the catch for out number 1. Open up and get wide early in that route, that ball might have a chance of falling.
5 in a row now retired by Darvish. Here's Jeremy Pena, straightened up with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
The one thing that remains kind of the same as last starters. Darvish not using the slider. He's only thrown it twice in this ball game, which is very uncharacteristic.
Think that's part of the game plan, or just doesn't feel it?
I think he's not feeling it.
Because usually all of his stuff is part of the game plan.
That's right. That's right.
He's got a lot of stuff.
But he gave up the 2 homers, and after the second homer against the Mariners, he just stopped using it. It seems like he still doesn't quite have the feel he's looking for, so he's got enough pitches to get by without it.
Yeah, he could afford to abandon a couple of pitches.
100%.
Here's what he's thrown so far. Mostly sinkers.
It's almost like the sweeper has replaced the slider, using that second most in his repertoire today.
6 flyouts, 6 groundouts, 1 K. The out distribution so far as he deals with Jeremy Pena with 1 out in the inning. Two and 2. There's a sinker again. Missed with ball 3. Just the second 3-ball count tonight. Jason Hayward waits on deck with 1 out here in the 5th. Ball 4, and he loses Pena. Breaks up a string of 5 in a row, retired by Darvish. The second walk allowed by Yu Darvish. As Pena heads down to first base, and that'll bring up Jason Hayward. Throw to first, and back safely is Pena. Held on by Donovan Solano. Strike 1, chase to sinker. Continues with that being his #1 pitch on the night. High fly ball down the right field line, headed foul. Next pitch will be 60 for Yu Darvish. Hayward has had virtually no success against Darvish in his career. 1 for 14 against Darvish. Popped up, foul ground. That'll get back in, out of play. And you look at the starts since Darvish has come back. And it was 63 and 63 as far as the pitch count goes. And just now to the 60 pitch mark of this outing.
Yeah, he very well could. My guess is he's probably in the 80 range in tonight's outing, assuming he doesn't have too many high stress pitches.
Hayward strikes out, and that is strikeout number 2 for Yu Darvish. 2 down here in the 5th.
Used the split there to finish him off. See the split grip, executes it perfectly. Hayward over the top for out number 2.
Two down, Pena at first, and Mauricio Dubon. Dubon breaking into the big leagues with Milwaukee in 2019, and San Francisco Giant also 2019, and he was there through 2022. This is year 3 for him in Houston. Down the right field line foul. Darvish ahead 0-2. On the ground to the backhand goes Bogarts, goes to second, not in time. In safely is Jeremy Pena. He hustled to get in there as Bogarts from short left field fires to second, and no challenge.
It's a good play by Bogey, showing off the range to his right, and the only play he had, quite frankly, was to try to get Pena at second. Pena able to get there just before the throw and keep the inning going.
Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, headed out there. Some bouncing around in the Padres pen right now. Join the Padres in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Weekend, presented by Blue Shield, when they host the Chicago White Sox. Purchase a special theme game package on September 20th or 21st to receive a limited edition Sugar Skull bobblehead. Visit Padres.com/Hispanic Heritage. Now, I did not know what that was, because Mud didn't have it on the road when we were away, but now we're back home. We have one, which is awesome.
The Sugar Skull.
That's what that is.
Yes.
It's really cool. It's got a sombrero. It's got
nice suit.
nice suit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. But you need a theme game package.
Again,
don't
clear? Come with a regular ticket thinking you're going to get this. You're not.
We clear. 2 outs, 2 on. Altuve here as the Astros trying to make some noise in the 5th. Pena at second, Dubon at first. In the spot, 2 outs, runners in scoring position, 298 for Altuve. On the ground towards short. Bogarts will go to second, glove to glove. They got him. Only had time for that, and it works. 6-4 on the force out at second base. Xander Bogaerts getting the job done with Cronenworth covering. It is glove to glove. Padres lead it 2-0.
Padres baseball is brought to you by California Coast Credit Union, celebrating 95 years in the community. California Coast Credit Union presents Ask Don and Mud. Do you have a question that you would like Don and Mud to answer? Well, here's your chance to ask it. You can scan the QR code or visit calcocu.org/95 for a chance to have your question read on air.
All right, thanks very much, Mary Luz, as we play along here to the bottom of the 5th inning. Shioka leading it off here for the Padres in the bottom of the 5th. And Kyle getting his second look at Arrighetti. He walked in the 2nd inning. There is action in the Astros pen as the inning begins. Got a call right there. There is Taylor Scott up in the pen. Popped up. Altuve, the second baseman, wandering onto the lawn and right, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Fans, remember, if the Padres walk it off tonight, one lucky winner will get the ultimate VIP experience at Circa Las Vegas. Scan the QR code to sign up, and you could have the time of your life. 1 down, 4 in a row now, retired by Arrighetti, and here is Luis Arraez for the base hit into left field, out of the reach of Bregman. Yeah, back to getting base hits. That one hurt, I think. David Macias.
I think every one of those chops to the chest hurt, but Arrighetti was able to end the streak the last at bat. Luis counters.
So he saw 16 pitches in the first 2 at bats. He was swinging at the first pitch that time.
He picks his spots. Most of the time, probably 80% of the time he's taking first pitch, but he picks his spots. That time works the 1-out single.
Now get a 14-game hitting streak. With that base hit, it extends the center field, a base hit for Fernando. Arraez will take second. Back-to-back base hits for the Padres here in the 5th with 1 away.
These Padre rallies typically start with Arraez finding a way on base, and then it kind of just next guy in line. It's a good little cutter from Arrighetti. Toddy off the end of the bat, serves it into center field. First and second now for Jerickson Profar, who's 2 for 2 on the night.
Yeah, he's doubled to right center, single to center. Line down the right field line. He's been barreling stuff up. The 2 hits he's got, 109.4 off the bat, 104.5 off the bat.
That's you can kind of see that coming in the last road trip. He swung the bat pretty well. Didn't necessarily get the results on all of them, but certainly seeming like he's starting to lock back in.
Popped up, foul ground as Caratini will not have a play. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Padres with back-to-back doubles in the first. First hits Profar into right center field with 2 outs, and then Manny Machado brings him in with a double of his own to left field. Scoring Profar gave the Padres a 1-0 lead in the first.
A little in and out, double.
It's good coverage. In the air, down the left field line, headed foul. Fouled off to the left again. Next pitch should be 95 for Arrighetti. Spada has some decisions to make here soon. To left field and a base hit. Arraez broke right away trying to score. Here comes the throw. He will be out at the plate. And he came in awkwardly as well. Hopefully did not hurt himself.
Kind of slammed that knee into the ground, and you hope he's all right.
Glenn Frazier, the Padres trainer, out there to check on him. You can see right there on his left knee where he hit.
Yeah, he didn't really slide. He kind of hit the dirt and stuck. That knee probably took the brunt of that. I thought it was a good send by Leeper. It's just an extremely strong throw. You see, he kind of sticks as opposed to sliding.
Boom. So thrown out 7-2. And it's first and second now with 2 down, and that brings up Manny Machado.
Totally saw why Tim Leeper sent him right there. Hayward kind of caught that flat-footed, but just an elite arm was able to make up for it.
Manny Machado jumping back out of the way of a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Head trainer Mark Rogo has joined the conversation. In the air to left. The shortstop Pena out. Hayward in over towards the seats. No play.
Here's the throw. See, Hayward caught that, kind of waiting back on it, which is what Tim Leeper saw and why he sent him. But the throw was amazing from Hayward, right on target to nab a rise at home.
So Tatis at second, Profar at first, 2 down in the inning. In there for strike 2. Machado's been really good in this area. Last 22 games, a .516 average with runners in scoring position. But Fernando at second, Jerkson at first, 2 away here in the 5th. Running away, 2-2.
Knock right here. And the outfield certainly should score Toddy and would give Manny 100 RBIs on the season.
Just reached the 100-pitch plateau, and now Caratini is headed out. The rest of the infield, or most of the infield, will join this conversation. Altuve doesn't care.
So I'm too far out. I can't. I'm not going to make it in time.
It's the only one. And out there at second base. They've got it covered. They don't need me. I don't need to go. It's the 4th time Arrighetti this season has gone over 100 pitches. There's 101. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Fly ball, center field. Backpedaling is Altuve, giving way to the center fielder Dubon, who makes the catch that ends the inning. The Padres strand a pair on top 2-0. Time now for the next entire defensive plays of the game, and the night for Yu Darvish.
It's been all Yu Darvish. See the punch out of Bregman. You see him get off the mound to field his position. Strong throw to get the out. And then the split finger fastball to punch out Jason Hayward. He has been excellent here tonight as you look at the out distributions there.
Yordan Alvarez leading it off here in the 6th inning. 66 pitches for Darvish as he heads into the 6th inning. Strike 1. 3rd time he's faced Alvarez. The DH for the Astros is grounded out to second and then flied out to center. Popped up Bogarts, the shortstop. A few strides on the outfield lawn for out number 1. Yainer Diaz 0 for 2. He's flying to left, grounded to short.
This game is played a lot like a playoff game. The way two sides have pitched.
Fouled off, and it's 0-1. We're talking about as we take a look at the bullpen. Brian King is up now, the left-hander for the Astros. Some teams playing spoilers here down the stretch run, and some trap series kind of coming up here. One for the Padres certainly is the White Sox, who have really struggled coming in. But another one for the Diamondbacks, the Colorado Rockies. And we've got some good news there, and we'll show you that as soon as we can.
And this is spoil season for some teams.
Yeah. This time of year, that's what you're playing for.
Yeah.
Certainly the case for the White Sox
Right.
in a historically bad season.
They want to play Grinch to anybody else having a good time.
They just want to win. Period.
There was a chance, at least maybe a couple weeks ago, that we could see history when they come here.
Did he go? No, he did not. First base umpire Brendan Miller.
Of course, the wrong kind of history. Take a look at this.
Outfield straight away. Base is empty. 3-1 pitch to Diaz. Rolls it over foul.
And with the White Sox having a chance to set the all-time loss record.
Just did a White Sox game last weekend and had the chance to meet with Grady Sizemore, who is the interim manager there right now, trying to keep things positive. Not the easiest thing in the world when you're headed towards breaking a record for losses, but
God bless Grady.
yeah,
That's not.
he's the right guy for it, though.
He
He seems to have the right demeanor for it.
He has the right demeanor. I played with Grady a year in Philadelphia. Perfect kind of mindset for it.
Payoff pitch is fouled off. Here's the sequence. Payoff pitch to Yainer Diaz. And that is strike 3, gets him. Third strikeout of the night for Yu Darvish, is out number 2 of the 6th inning.
Certainly looked like he got a call here.
Whoa.
Sweeper just off the outside corner. And somebody just got ejected.
And a lot of barking going on from the dugout. It might have been Alex Cintron.
It was.
Their hitting coach. They have 2. Brian Snitker's son, Troy Snitker, the other hitting coach. That was not Troy.
And that was definitely Alex Cintron.
Yep.
He's a firecracker down there for sure.
So he is no longer part of this game. You could see the pitch appeared to be a little bit off the plate.
It did. It did indeed. Clearly Alex had seen enough.
Here is Kyle Tucker, 0 for 2. Fly out to center in the 2nd, grounded out to second base in the 4th inning. 20 home runs this year for Tucker. line by Solano at first into right field. And a 2-out knock for Kyle Tucker. We promised we'd get you the highlight from Coors Field in Colorado. Also promised it's good news. The Rockies walk it off. A error made here.
Yeah, the flip to Perdomo and the throwaway. That'll end it in Coors Field. This time of year, those little things, just completing the play, can keep a game going or can end a game.
Here's Alex Bregman. Takes strike one. Bregman struck out swinging in the second, grounded out to third in the fourth inning. Back towards Darvish. He's got it. He'll flip underhanded to first for the out. It sends us to the bottom of the sixth inning. 2-0 Padres. Callaway Kings of Distance. Jackson Merrill last time up. Off Aragani. 413 feet, 106. On the exit velo, 30 degrees on the launch angle. Home run number 24 of the year for Jackson Merrill.
Always having fun on the field. Loves the game.
The pitcher into the game is Brian King. His 24th appearance. 2.05 ERA. Want to know the record out of the pen. 27 Ks to 9 walks, and the whip just at 1. Opponent's only hitting 169 off Brian King, the left-hander, into the game. Jackson Merrill leading it off against the new pitcher. Margetti goes the first 5 innings. Ends up allowing 8 hits and 2 runs, including the home run we just showed you for Jackson Merrill. The other RBI double for Manny Machado in the first inning. He walked only 1, struck out 3, and on the hook came into this game 7 and 12 individually. Didn't go, says Shane Livensbarger, the third base umpire. So Merrill, who now has 24 home runs, 11 of the 24 have gone to center field.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those have been on teams trying to beat him at the top of the zone, but in the strike zone. And as the season has gone along, as he draws the walk, the leadoff walk here in the 6th, as the season has gone along, he's done such a good job of getting to that pitch that it's kind of forced him to try to go out of the zone.
Action in the Padres pen. Jason Adam up in the pen. As Xander Bogaerts stands in with Merrill at first. Nobody out here in the Padres 6th inning. And Bogaerts, who's been hovering around 300 since coming off the IL July 12th. It's now been 53 games. And he's hit a .299 since coming back off the fractured shoulder. Foul beyond the Padres dugout, even the count of 1-1.
Yeah, we're probably not talking enough about the impact Xander has had since coming off the IL. I think because this lineup has been so good in the second half, he just kind of blends in with the rest, but he's been absolutely sensational since coming off the IL.
Slowly rolled down the third baseline. King will watch it go foul, and Bogaerts got to come back. Well, the Padres are into the Astros pen, and here's where they rank. ERA 2nd, Ks per 9 2nd. For an average at .223, that's 4th, whip 6th, and tied for 9th in save percentage.
That's after a really, really rocky start to begin the year with that bullpen.
Foul back to the screen.
I venture to guess that a lot of the blown saves happened early in the year.
Of course, working at the back end of the pen for the Astros Well, Ryan Presley for a number of years, and he got Josh Hader, former Padre, now in the pen for the Astros as well. Swing and a miss, and Bogaerts strikes out. First out here, the 6th inning.
Yeah, both Presley and Hader got off to slow starts. Take a look at the good slider from King there. Gets to punchy, but that bullpen is stabilized here. And as you saw, one of the better ones.
Jake Cronenworth, the recipient of strike one. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, grounded out to second base in the 4th inning. Getting his first look at Brian Kang. Kind of yanked that one in the dirt. Caratini able to keep it in front of him and advance for Jackson Merrill at first base. It's been the top of the order doing the damage for the Padres. The bottom third still looking for their first hit tonight, 0 for 5 with a walk. Cronenworth, Solano, and Higashioka have not been part of the fun.
Yeah, that's been unusual for the Padres. Usually the bottom of the lineup is the kick starter.
Rest of the lineup 8 for 17. And he's been part of the fun. Driven in a run with a double. Two left to wait as they check on Merrill at first base. Ball 3.
King, of course, brought in to face these lefties. Walked Merrill, got the right-handed Bogaerts out. Now 3-2 here to Jake Cronenworth.
Second Astros pitcher the Padres have never seen before. And a ground ball towards third. Bregman to second for 1, on to first for 2. The double play, 5-4-3 on the DP. Headed to the 7th, 2-0 San Diego.
Let's go, run it up, run it up. Can't hit the brakes now, no letting up. Run it up to the top, don't stop, level up. We run it up, run it up to the top, don't stop, level up.
Padres enjoy a 2-0 lead as we head into the 7th inning back at Petco Park in San Diego. Padres out hitting the Astros 8-3. Yu Darvish goes the first 6, and now Jason Adams takes over.
69th appearance for Jason. 7-2 on the year. Pretty much been unhittable in a Padre uniform.
Popped up, sending Bogaerts backpedaling to the short lawn and left for the first out of the 7th inning. 4 straight very good starts for Padres starting pitching. The 3 in San Francisco, and you now can add Yu Darvish's 6 shutout innings tonight to that list.
Giving up 1 earned run between 4 starts, getting that kind of coverage, you're looking pretty good. I mean, when you strip everything down at the very beginning of the season, this was one of the must-haves for the Padres, was good starting pitching. Despite the injuries, they've found a way to kind of piece it together, and now as you come down the home stretch, you're getting some good performances from your big guys.
Jeremy Pena batting and grounding one to second base. Jake Cronenworth. 2 down.
Adam was all right. He looked like he might have rolled his ankle. Trying to walk it off right now. watching. Yeah, they're going to go check him out. Still doesn't quite look right yet.
Is that the landing area, that hole there that he got kind of twisted up in?
Says he's good. They're going to want to see a warm-up pitch.
Appears to be okay. Another look here at him landing and then kind of twisting that ankle. Ooh, oh.
It wasn't the landing, Meg, it was
the other foot.
Follow through.
Yeah. Very awkward.
Yeah.
So 2 down. Jason Hayward. Sharply hit, but foul. Out ahead. So the 5th scoreless outing of the year for Yu Darvish. So he goes 6 shutout innings, giving up 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 3. Jason Adams takes over here in the 7th. Has 2 outs in the inning. And misses with that pitch to Hayward, 1-1. Misses with a changeup.
I think just as important as getting a 4th consecutive start like this, I think it matters who it came from in Yu Darvish. Remember, this is his 3rd start back from the IL, and he's gotten better and better with each start. This one by far his best of the 3. Jason Adams throwing his 7th pitch of this inning, having a chance to finish it.
Goes that one to the backstop. He's been so good, he is not allowed to hit to the last 22 batters he's faced. It's been that dominant.
Pretty good.
Did he go? No, he did not. And they check with Shane Livensbarger, 3rd base umpire. Broken bat down the right field line. That'll fall for a base hit. And aboard is Hayward. And just like that, you got the tying run coming to the plate.
This pitch just saws the bat off Jason Hayward, but strong enough to get it to the outfield. 2-out single for Hayward.
Now we got a pinch hitter coming up here for Mauricio Dubon. As you mentioned, this is the tying run all of a sudden at the plate, and it'll be Singleton who's going to pinch hit. John Singleton. He's got 13 home runs on the year. A 2-out knock for Jason Hayward. So Singleton off the bench. Look at the numbers. Mentioned the 13 home runs, 38 RBIs, 239 average, under 11 games. off the end of the bat, grounded towards Manny Machado. Throws on the run and in time to end the inning. Out of the jam is Adam. 2-0 Padres. 2-0 Padres have the lead over the Astros as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's great to see Albert Pujols in the house before the ball game tonight as he visited with a lot of the Padres players. Just 2 years retired now, and his daughter is a huge Padres fan and a huge Manny Machado fan. So brought her out here with a chance to hang out with Manny a little bit, and of course his long time former manager and a guy who was instructor in the organization for a long time is Mike Schilt, of course, and had a chance to visit with Mike Schilt, both with the Cardinals for a long time, obviously. And Manny Machado is the Roberto Clemente Award winner for the Padres, and of course there is one selected across Major League Baseball, and that is an honor that has been bestowed on Albert Pujols in the past. So a little bit in common there too. Great to see him.
It's one of the best honors you can have in this game. Might be the best, quite frankly.
It's more about what you do off the field than what you do on the field.
It's about the human being that you are. And you know, when Albert Pujols showed up, it was a quick reminder of how much of a legend he is to current players.
Yeah, they're coming from everywhere as Solano strikes out here against King. Second strikeout for King, 1 down in the inning. Join the On Deck membership wait list by Friday, September 20th to ensure priority access to postseason ticket pre-sales. Waitlist members can enjoy other benefits this season while securing their spot in line to become a future season ticket member. Learn more at Padres.com/waitlist. 1 out for Higashioka, grounds 1 to third. Bregman lants and throws in time to get Higashioka 2 away here in the 7th. Jake Myers takes over in center field after Dubon was hit for. Luis Arise lines 1 to right field. That'll be a base hit. Back to the track of the wall. Arise headed for second. Here comes a throw in that direction. He'll be safe. And he was kind of hobbling in there to second base.
Definitely hobbled. Tyler Wade's going to come in and run for him. But Luis Arise continues to get hits. It's a fastball, inner third. We just hope that this knee is not an issue for him moving forward. Certainly going to be sore tonight, but finishes the day with 2 hits. One of those being a double.
He was grimacing all the way between first and second. It's a standing ovation on the way off. Got a pitching change. With 2 outs in the 7th inning, we'll step aside. 2-0 Padres. Presented by your Lexus dealers in Carlsbad, El Cajon, Escondido, and San Diego. We invite you to test drive a Lexus today. By Sequan Casino Resort, official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. Now the Padres enjoying a 2-0 lead, looking for more as we are in the midst of the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Tyler Wade running at second base, and Fernando Tatis Jr. standing in. Ground ball to third base. To his left is Bregman. Double pumps and throws out Tatis to end the inning. So Scott on 1 pitch ends the 7th. We're going to the 8th. 2-0 Padres.
Back to Petco Park where the Padres lead 2-0 at the top of the 8th. I'm Mary Louise Cook, and after the last out, I'll be joined by Mike Pomerantz on the Padres post-game show. Now we're going to get you an update on Luis Arise from the manager Mike Schilt. If the Padres are able to hang on here, we'll hear from one of the key contributors of the game, as well as take a look at Jackson Merrill's case for Rookie of the Year. I mean, you saw him add on to the number of home runs that he's had so far this season with 24 today. So we'll take a look at that. Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, Mary Louise, thanks very much. It's on to the 8th, and Tanner Scott checks in for the Padres. Takes over for Jason Adam, who went an inning, a hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Strike one. Jose Altuve, 1-for-3 from the top spot in the Astros order. Singled to right in the 3rd and then stole a base. Tardy on that. A 96 on the four-seam fastball.
Straight gas.
Line down the left field line, foul. Out ahead that time.
And that 98-mile-per-hour fastball was up above the zone. That time, Altuve shortened up, got to it.
Fractured his twig, though, in the process.
We'll need a new soldier.
Padres pen was really good in that sweeping of the Giants over the weekend. 1 earned run in 11 innings pitched. Decided by 2 runs or fewer. Worst record in those games. The Astros 29-41. Takes it the other way. A fair ball to the right field corner. Altuve's headed for 2. Tatis digs it out, but it is a leadoff double to start the 8th for Altuve. Got down on the count, but comes up with a double.
Don't get it twisted. Jose Altuve is one of the better hitters in this league. Breaking ball, he left it up. It's the 2nd time we've seen him shoot it the other way. This time for a double, his 2nd knock of the ball game.
First time the Astros have had the lead runner reach in this game, and it comes in the 8th. Yordan Alvarez 0-for-3. As part of the order, the save could be coming in the 8th inning, because this is the toughest part of the order. And Tanner Scott's got it.
That is the luxury the Padres have with this deep bullpen. They can match it up a bunch of different ways.
One is into right center field, a base hit. Altuve being waved around. Merrill will go to 2nd, and just like that, the Astros have cut the Padres lead in half. It's now 2-1. Back-to-back hits off Tanner Scott.
This time, Yordan Alvarez looked like a fastball. Nope, it's a slider again. Right in the middle of the plate. And Alvarez singles up the middle, cuts the lead in half.
Swing and a miss. Yainer Diaz with a big cut. 0-for-3 in the ball game. He is flat out to left. Grounded out to short. Struck out looking. On the ground, slowly hit. It'll kick foul. Here's a look at our wire cam presented by Defy. Oh, 2 pitch. Foul back. Scott allowed just 1 run in the last 12 appearances before giving up a run in this inning. It's Brian Abreu now up and ready to go in the pen for the Astros. It's a 1-run game. Tying run at first on Alvarez. Here's an 0-2 to Diaz. And it's ball one. Foul to the screen. We'll do it again. 1-2. Season as a catcher, hitting at .301, setting the pace in hits, runs, and RBIs. But tonight he is starting at first base. Staying alive. Got a piece of the ump umpire, I believe. And he appears to be okay. Brian O'Nora.
The Astros have been very high on Diaz for the past couple of years. Had Martin Maldonado kind of hold him down the catching position. This is certainly an upgrade offensively for the Astros, and he's shown that.
Yeah, pitching staff love throwing to Maldonado. Fouled off to the red, out of play.
And that was part of the struggles early. Just kind of chatting with some of the folks around this organization. Those guys have become so accustomed to having a guy like Martin Maldonado. And as you know, when you're a new catcher with a new staff, it takes a little bit to earn that same type of trust. He's done it, though.
8th pitch of this plate appearance coming up. And it's chopped towards shortstop. Bogart's racing in. He'll go to second base and get the lead runner. Nice play there. He could have gone to first, but is able to get the lead runner and keep a runner out of scoring position, which would be the game-tying run.
It's a great play there in terms of decision making. He could have took the easy route and just took the out at first. Instead, he gets the lead runner on a throw that's not as easy as it looks from that close territory. But able to complete it to get the first out of this inning.
So one down. Diaz at first brings up Kyle Tucker. A base hit to right his last time up. 1-for-3. And an inside out swing and a foul ball.
Catcher's interference.
Oh, catcher's interference. Higashioka reaching out. It'll be an E2. And that'll put the tying run in scoring position.
And there's the recoil. You typically see it from a catcher. If that bat hits that glove, it's almost a natural instinct to kind of recoil the glove back in. But Brian O'Nora was on it pretty quickly.
Now you got Alex Bregman coming up next. Ruben Niebla out there on the mound right now, and he is departing. With Diaz at second, Tucker at first, one out, a run in here for Houston. By the way, 44,443 are with us tonight. 44,443, the 51st sellout of the season here at Petco Park. Another great crowd, and we thank you all for being here. The push to the playoffs. Last regular season homestand of the season. Last chance to see the Padres.
I mean, I know it's 50-plus sellouts. It feels like a whole lot more.
It does.
More.
Ball one. This is the four-seamer. 96 from Scott. Bregman tonight has struck out, grounded out twice. The closer, Suarez, up in the pen for the Padres. Strike one on a slider. To third. Machado will touch third, fire to first, and it gets by Solano. So Tucker heads for third and now is 90 feet away.
And he, I thought, made the right decision. It would have been much harder to try to throw that to second base and get the double play the long way. Instead, he steps on third and has to rush to throw because Bregman's getting down the line. Throw just a little bit low, and it gets behind Solano. That allows Tucker to move up an extra 90 feet with 2 outs.
So the throwing error here for Machado allows Tucker to take third base. First and third with 2 down. Did get that force out first to third base for making that throw across the diamond errantly. Swing and a miss. Victor Caratini. So 2 errors in this inning because the catcher's interference technically an error. Charge to the catcher Higashioka. Slider again.
Chance to finish him here. Strand the tying and go ahead runs on base.
Peppers it foul off to the right out of play. Strike 3 call gets him looking. Tanner Scott with a big strikeout. Comes back with a 4-seamer. 98 from Scott, little extra. 2-1 Padres to the bottom of the 8th. Of the Palomar Health reimagined plays of the game.
Back to Darvish. Really had all of it going today. Didn't use the slider as much, but got the job done. And Jackson Merrill continues his phenomenal rookie season, 24th of the season, as the Padres up 2-1.
Jurickson Profar leading it off and grounding one foul into the Padres dugout. First base way. It's been a 3-hit night for Profar. Double, 2 singles. They've all come with 2 strikes on them. So Taylor Scott, who came in to get the final out of the 7th, back out there to start the 8th.
See the numbers there for Scott. 62nd appearance, 7-3. 2.13 ERA. Opponents hitting 179.
Manny Machado waits on deck as Profar leads it off here in the home half of the 8th. Padres trying to obtain some insurance. High drive, deep right field. There is your insurance. Profar, home run. Fourth hit of the night for Jurickson Profar. Home run number 23 of the year. Padres have their 2-run lead back again. 3-1 San Diego.
I think everybody can relax as it pertains to Jurickson Profar, because he may very well be heating back up. 3-1 heater, in at 93, out at 104. And the Padres get a little bit of insurance here in the 9th.
Middle end. Cleans it out. Here's Manning.
Who else, though? How often has Jerickson Profar in 2024 come up with a big hit?
Swing and a miss from Manning. Splitter that time from Scott. 23 home runs now for Jerickson Profar and a 4-hit night. Opposite field, base hit for Manny Machado.
And he picks up his second knock of the ball game.
Eighth home run in close and late situations. He has had a flair for the dramatic this year like no other year in his career. Already the most home runs he's had in any season. 11th year in the big leagues.
As he sits there talking to his offseason hitting partner, one of the things that Prof talked about at the very beginning of the year that he wanted to really accomplish was when things got a little rocky, not to change, to stay what he's been doing. That's exactly what he's done all season long. And just as it seemed like he was starting to slump, he's starting to heat back up.
It's his second 4-hit game of the year, by the way. May 1st against the Cincinnati Reds. And he goes. The pitch, a strike, the throw. Not in time. Stolen base, Manny Machado. Well, the element of surprise there for Manny.
Taking his spots. They're going to challenge this, though.
Houston challenging a safe call at second base.
Get our first look. Manny with the lean. And oh, it's close. I don't know that there's going to be enough to overturn it. It's almost like his hand got stuck. He certainly seemed like he was on his way.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The runner is out. Houston retains his challenge.
Right on the backside. Hand never quite got there. The tag by Pena.
So Caratini gets him. Overturned. Now Jackson Merrill with a count of 2-1. Through the right side into right field, a base hit. And that would have assuredly been another run. But instead, it is hit number 2 for Jackson Merrill of the night. Let's take a look at the Verizon projected starters for tomorrow, the middle game of the 3-game series between the Padres and the Astros. Hunter Brown, 28 starts this year, 11-8 with a 3.59 ERA. Michael King going for the Padres. He's made 28 starts, 12-9 with a 3.06 ERA. We'll get you started at 6:15 with the pregame, and then it's the Padres and Astros in game 2. Here's Xander Bogaerts, who takes strike 1. Bogaerts singled in the 2nd, stole a base, rounded out in the 4th, struck out in the 6th. Strike 2.
Good slider there from Scott.
Starting to stop at first for Merrill, and a swing and a miss for Bogarts. He strikes out. Kind of changed his mind in the middle on that slider. He's out number 2.
Another slider. He tried to stop the swing, but had gone too far.
Espada jumping out of the dugout here is going to make a pitching change with 2 down. Merrill at first, and with Cronenworth coming up, looks like Caleb Ferguson will be coming in. Now Jurickson Profar has homered for the Padres to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Gives the Padres a 2-run lead on top 3-1. We'll step aside with the pitching change in San Diego. It's on Friday, September 20th for a post-game fireworks show presented by Northgate Market, set to popular Latin artists like Bad Bunny and J Balvin. This Friday night fireworks show is part of the Hispanic Heritage Weekend celebrations presented by Blue Shield of California. Learn more at Padres.com/Hispanic Heritage. In the midst of the last of the 8th inning, Padres have added a run now, looking for more with Jake Cronenworth coming up here with a runner at first, 2 down, and the former Dodger Caleb Ferguson into the game.
Saw a lot of the lefty when he was a Dodger. 59th appearance, 1-4 on the season, 4.70 ERA. Opponents having some success hitting .255 against him this year.
Jake Cronenworth coming up, and 0 for 3 night at the plate for the Padres second baseman. He was struck out, grounded out last time up, bounced into the double play. Fastball inside edge. So Taylor Scott gave up 3 hits, so far 1 run. He's responsible for Jackson Merrill's at first base, held on by Diaz. There's Merrill getting the lead at first. He's got a base hit to right. Tried to hold up but went around for strike 2. Chasing the slurve.
Tried to stop it, but again had gone too far.
Jackson Merrill at first, 2 down, a run in. Padres batting here, last of the 8th. Soft toss over to first, disengagement. Profar's home run led off the 8th inning. His 23rd of the year. Oh, wow. Called the ball. And Lenore's hearing it from the dugout yet again. He's already ejected their hitting coach earlier this evening, and now hearing it from Espada. Well, it was a really good pitch.
Yeah, looked to be.
Instead, Jake gets another chance. 2-2 pitch. Fights it off foul. This Cabaretta telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
That's a winner. It's a winner pop.
Thank you. Felt good.
Sounded good.
2-2. On the ground and throw into center field, a base hit. Stopping at second is Merrill on the single by Cronenworth. Inning continues.
It's taking some restraint here from Ferguson after not getting the call. He surrenders a hit in that at bat. and you could just see him stewing about it. Padres keep the inning alive for Donovan Solano.
It's kind of looking over in Onora's direction as now Solano 0 for 3.
I think it could get worse if the Padres end up scoring a run.
Fouls it off himself, goes all the way to first base. Extra time there after fouling it off himself. Onora wiped off the plate, now getting some new baseballs. A little professional courtesy here. Grounds it foul just past the Astros dugout third base way. Jeremiah Estrada has joined Robert Suarez in the pen. On the ground to shortstop. Pena to his left, flips to second just in time to get Cronenworth and to retire the side. So Cronenworth retired on the force out, and now Onora barking back out at Ferguson, who was yelling at him coming off the field, and the catcher as well. Caratini saying some stuff to Onora. Espada, the manager, is out there, but now everybody's in the dark because it's time for Robert Suarez.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Padres, number 75, Robert Suarez.
Get the pitch com on as he takes over here for the ninth inning. Padres adding a run in the bottom of the eighth to take a 3-1 lead. He's checking into his 60th game of the year. It is a save situation, 32 out of 37 in save situations with a 2.59 ERA. 54 Ks to 14 walks, and opponents hitting at 211 against Suarez. Lately, though, it has been tough. 2 of the last 3 have been a little rough for Robert Suarez. And over the last 3, the San Francisco game in which he gave up the run, and then Tuesday in Seattle, inning in the third, giving up a hit, no runs. Of course, gave up the grand slam against the Tigers. So 2 of the last 3 been a little fuzzy for Suarez.
I thought the last outing was a little bit different from the standpoint. Didn't walk anybody. Gave up the solo shot that tied it. Proceeded to put the next 3 guys. Was commanding the baseball, and I think that's where it starts for Suarez.
Brandon
moves into left field for Profar.
He's checking out where he should be for Jeremy Pena, who leads it off here in the 9th inning. It's a ground ball to the backhand. Solano. Suarez covers for the out. Out number 1 of the 9th inning.
1 pitch, 1 out. Perfectly executed. Suarez getting off the bump to cover. Solano with a nice long flip. About an 8-yard pass, might even been 10 yards.
Quite a ways.
Nonetheless, gets the out.
So one down here in the 9th inning brings up Jason Hayward. One, 4-3. Hayward is grounded out to first, struck out, single to right. We've got a piece of Onora, and Higashioka unable to get much on that. One down in the 9th. Suarez falling behind 2-0 to Hayward. There's a strike, 2-1. Hundo. Fly ball left field. Lockridge into the game. 2 down.
Would have retired the first 2 guys. It's Hayward on a fastball for out number 2.
Here is Myers for the first time. He took over in center field. He will take ball 1. 100 again. Jake Myers' first plate appearance with 2 outs in the 9th inning. A little bit low. 2-0. Fly ball right field. Tatis waiting, backpedaling. Padres win. They hold on to beat the Astros in game 1 of the series. A 3-1 victory over Houston. A Jackson Merrill home run. A Jurickson Profar home run. Time to dance. Padres bang out 13 hits in tonight's game. Yu Darvish able to get the victory tonight for the Padres. He is now 6-3. Arrighetti taking the loss in this game. For Arrighetti, he will fall to 7-13 as the Padres come away with a 3-1 victory in front of 44,443. Padres take game 1. Thank you for watching Padres baseball presented by Major League Baseball. For Tony Gwynn Jr. and Mary Louise Cook, I'm Don Orsillo. Now stay tuned for the Padres postgame show.